And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semi-finals of the StarCraft Evolution League number 14, your bi-weekly dose of StarCraft Evolution content. Here we go. As we've already had an intense broadcast so far here, featuring even some long-time retired players. It was great to see Tasia once again after a very long hiatus, after a very long retirement. It was great to see him again, and I'm sure we'll see more of him in the future as well. He was looking very impressive in his series, so we'll be seeing more of Tasia in the coming weeks, I'm sure. Likewise, now we're here in the semis. Let's go. And you've seen this before. Threepoint and Wayne, they become regular, almost rivals, I want to say, in these tournaments. I want to say this is the third or fourth time we've seen them face off in StarCraft Evolution League. So we're seeing them face off once again in another ZvZ. And typically, I mean, they go back and forth. We've seen them go to the ace match time and time again. But I do favor Threepoint coming into this. We'll see if Wayne can get the better of him this time. As we're jumping into game one. Game one on Vermeer. Let's go. Let us go. And again, personally, I love mirror matchups in StarCraft Evolution. The races are the same in name only. For those that are maybe tuning in for the first time, StarCraft Evolution races Brutal races and SC2 races are very different from each other, to the point where they're just different races. They're just different races entirely. And we're about to jump in. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Vermeer, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Brood War Zerg representing Team Hyper 1. It is Threepoint. I'll fix up his name. I got you. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the StarCraft 2 Zerg player, the Teal Zerg. Don't you just love teal versus blue? Let's go. We have Wayne. Oh, going pool first. Okay. So pool first opener here out of Wayne. Meanwhile, Threepoint going for a hatch first opener himself. So standard opener here out of our blue Zerg player. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a more safer opener out of our teal Zerg. Bearing in mind, we're not going for any early gas geysers. It should be just pool into hatchery. And welcome to Vermeer. Vermeer is a 4-player spawn map. You can spawn in top right, top left, and bottom right as well. Oh, and we'll see how we do open up here. Now, when it comes to ZvZ, as we mentioned, pool, expand. So safe opening here out of Wayne into a delayed gas geyser. Overlords, they come across each other, they're now aware. See, the Overlords are now fully aware of what's going on. They have scouted each other's spawn location. When it comes to ZvZ, it's a very different kind of dynamic. There's a lot to get into here. First things first, no Bailings. No Bailings from the side of Threepoint. So because of that, we often see 2 base openers. 2 base openers are common to wall up on 2 bases, to get a sunken colony up and running here as well. Yep, to wall up with the macro hatchery and to secure yourself initially. And this will deter any kind of Ling Bane. Ling Bane play is going to be deterred here if your opponent is walling up on 2 bases. This is the case in StarCraft 2 as well. So Ling Bane is going to be a non-factor. This gets into the mid-game, into Roach play, or even Muta play. Here, of course, Hydras are a little more common for the side of the Brood War side of things, going into 2-base Hydra, into 2-base Lurker, or we can go into 2-base Muta. So we'll see what kind of 2-base play Threepoint goes from here, whether it's going to be Hydras or Mutas. Until then, Lings, they do poke in. Remember, it was a pool first opener. They will threaten workers here at the natural. We can see Threepoint, he does not saturate his natural base yet. He's massing up his own Zerglings. Massing up his own Lings. He'll eventually force this out and take over his own natural. We're all inning. Never mind. I assumed it was going to be a safe opener, but Link speed is on the way. We pulls out of gas, 0 drones out of Wayne. He's going for an all-in. He's going for a Link flood. This is a bold move, considering there's going to be a wall here at the natural. Now, it's not going to be a full wall. There is going to be an opening here, and the hope for Wayne is to catch Threepoint with his pants down. They catch him with his pants down, and here we go. Lings are amassing as we speak. Link speed is soon going to kick in. Queens will zone away. Overlord is going to be denied. Does Threepoint? He doesn't see. He doesn't see the mineral line. Now he knows. Now he does see the army. He's aware of what's going on. That's a lot of Zerglings flooding across the map. And with that, Threepoint is going to get caught out. So we'll lose every single Zergling. Back going to be fully walls off. Yeah, we have a full wall. We have a wall of spine cores, wall of sunken colonies on the way. It's going to be 4 colonies in total. Is that going to be enough? The hatchery's already low. The hatchery already almost half HP. Yeah, the colonies, they got a lot of work to do. And now they do zone. Behind this, Wayne drones? Oh my god, no shot. Late droning, but yeah, Wayne, he recognizes, he sees this, he knows he cannot break this, he drones up. Okay, so the all-in has failed. This is a big investment here for Wayne. You could argue he does force a reaction, that is true, but 3-point is up in workers. He's up in workers, he's up in economy. And 3-point going 2-base Muta. Yeah, Spire's on the way for 2-base Muta. We spoke about it. We spoke it was either going to be 2-base Hydra into Lurker or 2-base Muta. We have Muta as the answer here for 3-point. And Wayne is droning. Wayne is expanding. Wayne so far has no idea as to what's going on. And he shouldn't be scared with the Overlord. Like, remember a couple of things here. And this is also why ZvZ is so different in StarCraft Evolution. There's no anti-air. Like, there's no Spore and there's no Queen. So it is very common in ZvZ for your first Overlord to just be on top of the base. Like, there's no reason, right? There's no reason for the Overlord not to just be parked on top of the expansion, and then you can see everything that's going on. But Wayne, he's a little bit too, like, SC2 brained. Like, there's no reason for the Overlord not to be inside, not to be in the main. And because of that, he doesn't see what's going on. He doesn't see the tech. From here, going for a Bane Bust. So Wayne, he droned up a little bit, and now he's going for a secondary all-in. Going for the bust this time. Does have an extra base just for Larva. And here we go. He does pull the trigger. Lings, they flood across the map. Behind this, only 4 Spine Crawlers or 4 Sunken Colonies. Is that going to be enough? Here come the Banelings. Banelings, they crash in. The wall is still solid. Not enough Banelings, and with that, the wall will eventually crumble. Does eventually go down. Now collapsing on top of the Sunken Colonies. Another Baneling connects. Another Baneling trickling in. But again, Wayne, he's running out of steam. Mutas are revealed. There's a secondary wall. Lings, they can't get in. No. Yeah, they barely cannot get in. Ay, ay, ay. Baneling goes off. I believe that's an opening. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, not quite. And Mutas, they just go to town. They just go to town here. The Eva Chamber is going to fall. True, he gets in. Yeah, Lings, they flood in. They flood into the main. They head for the mineral line. And how many drones can we kill? The workers, they do try to fight. Do drone drill. They drone drill in the main. More Mutas are amassing. And remember, Wayne is completely all in. And he's running out of steam. I say that the wall has been rebuilt. Has it thrown down. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And 3-point will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Meanwhile, a big shout out to Luis in the chat. God, baby God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And welcome. Bienvenidos, baby. Bienvenidos. Gracias, gracias. Thank you so much for the raid as we are jumping into game number 2 as we are here in the semifinals or semifinales of StarCraft Evolution League. Let's go. Let us go. And again, we had the attempted all-in there out of Wayne. Unfortunately, the wall was just so sturdy. The Baneling Plus was not enough to break down the wall. With that, it took just too long to actually break into the expansion. And eventually, once the Mutas popped out, that was game. That was game then and there. GG, well played. We're getting into game number 2. Jumping into game 2. And we'll see if Wayne can bounce back. They've changed places. God. Here we go. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Sylphid, we have the Brood War Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Team Hyper 1, leading the series 1-0. It is a 3-point. And spawning in the top left-hand corner. Oh, going for a 13-12. The aggression continues. We have the blue Zerg player, the SC2 Zerg. It is Wayne. Does commit, does double down. 13-12 here. We are rushing to link speed, and this can also lead into a Bane Bust. It should, with the fast gases, into a Baneliness alongside link speed as well. We do see the drone scout towards the bottom left. We do see that 3-point. He is searching for his opponent. He is searching for Wayne. Doesn't find him yet. Eventually he will, and we'll see how he responds. So far, hatch first. Hatch first opener here by 3-point. Does go for a standard opener himself. Overlord is moving in to eventually scout. Drone likewise moving forward as well. Bearing in mind this is a 3-player small map, they do not know where each other are. 3-point is checking. 3-point is scouting. Meanwhile, Wayne is all in. From here, we'll soon research link speed. He pulls out. Okay, so I was curious if he was going to pull out or commit into Banelings. He does pull out, so just a link flood. Just a link flood. No Banelings. Mainly's out of Wayne. Lings are scouted. Back at home, we do need a sunken colony. Or I mean, we're still getting ready. But again, now 3-point is aware. He's aware of the lack of expansion. He's aware of the early pool. For all he knows, this could be a 12 pool. True. He is not fully aware of the gases. If it was a 12 pool, that'd be an expansion. Yeah, he's checking. Yeah, 3-point is checking for the expansion. If there's a hatchery, then it's going to be a 12 pool. Because there isn't, it's 13-12. Macro hatchery on the way. Boys are being pulled. Here come the colonies. Ooh, force against a 1. Does cancel 1. The other's on the way. Does lose 2 drones. Nice pickups. Nice pickups here by 3-point. But the colony will soon complete. Does bypass the base. Does go straight into the main. Does head towards the main base instead. But there are plenty of Zerglings here. And 3-point, he will defend the main. Behind this, we're still flooding. We're still massing up more Zerglings. Zergling speed is about to kick in. We do see a full wall here at a 3-point. He does completely wall off. This is nice, but I believe the colony is not within range. Yeah, it's not within range here of the wall. Uh-oh. So the wall is nice and all, but there's just so much damage already. Eva Chamber taking a lot of hits. Wayne comes in from behind. Does go for the chamber. Does get a surround. And the chamber does fall. Lings, they flood in. They can rush past the colony. They rush into the main. They head for the mineral line. And the main base should be forfeit. I say that. I'm gonna fight for it. Never mind. Nice drilling. Oh, that's still gonna be, what, 5 drone kills. 5 workers go down. 3-point. He barely has an economy. Losing another drone. And Wayne, he's macroing. He's droning up. He's droning up behind this. He's done enough damage. 7 drone kills. Oof, losing up to 8. Can he get 9? Up. Oh my god. Gets 9. Can he get 10? Nah, sure. But there we go. 9 drone kills. He does not get 10 towards the end, but 3-point is down to 8 workers. He's down to, again, barely an economy here. He did invest into the wall, but again, it wasn't quite worth it. Didn't really come into play. And Wayne is happily droning, and he has a booming economy. He's got 21 workers to the 10 of 3-point. Oof. Yeah, brutal setup. On top of that, 3-point, he has to break through his own building to break out of the natural, to break out into the map. From here, he might just drone and go into mutaplay, but Wayne, he should be able to tech up even faster and to get into a lair faster as well. Wayne can do whatever he wants. He has crippled 3-point. Yeah, he has crippled. And again, 3-point, he chose not to get a spine crawler in the, or a sunken colony in the main base. He chose to invest into the wall. The wall barely was not able to wall off, or barely not able to defend. Again, the first colony was too far behind. He could not protect his wall. And with that, we're looking to get a series out of this. Technically, 3-point has a chance, but I mean, he has so much to recover. Like, that is, like, the one chance that 3-point has, as he goes for the Overlord. Let's go. We'll snipe it. But the one chance he has here is to drone up and go into, I would say, a lair and go into 2-base muta. It looks like he's investing into gas, but he's going for a link flood initially. Interesting. If Wayne didn't have any Zerglings, then sure, this has potential. Here comes the lair. Again, 2-base muta. Makes the most sense. Ooh, we coming for a full scout. As Zergling does slip in, gets eyes on the lair. Timing, he knows. And even though 2-base lair makes the most sense from 3-point, like, he's still crippled. Like, it's not it's not gonna be easy, man. So here we go. Zerglings, they move out. They do bypass the first queen. They head into national, not bad. Yeah, queen out of position. Boys are being pulled. 3-point, getting damage done. Where are the Zerglings? Yeah, no Zerglings. Gets 1, gets 2 queens. Very nice catch. 3-point being as efficient as possible. Now going for the 3rd. Oh, Wayne has been too greedy, joining up to 48. He will save his workers, but again, he's been lacking an army. And he may lose the 3rd. May lose the 3rd base. It's going to be close. And more Zerglings filing in. And Wayne, he will hold, he will save the expansion. Wayne, he pulled away in time, didn't lose any workers, and he's going for a roach all in. Remember, he saw the lair. He knows that Aspire is the most logical thing here for 3-point. So the goal is to break 3-point before Mutas. And he should be able to. As long as he does attack. One here secure back at home. Roaches are rallying across the map. Queens as well. Let's go. Queens are waddling in. Waddling across the map. Yeah, GG. He sees the roaches. GG gets called. There's no defending. There's no surviving against that. And Wayne ties up the series. We have a back and forth. Whew. GG. GG well played. We have a series here. We have a back and forth. Again, the initial 13-12 did critical damage. We saw the 3-point. He was able to scout ahead of time. He was able to prepare ahead of time at his natural, but not in his main. Remember, he chose to wall up his natural base. Unfortunately, he was unable to protect that wall, unable to protect it, unable to defend it. And likewise, his main base was exposed and he got abused for it. So many drones went down, crippling 3-point. And with that, GG. GG well played. We have a back and forth. We're getting into game 3 to determine who takes the lead in the series. Up next, we are loading into Troy. Let's go. Troy is another 4-player spawn map. Has its own unique quirks, of course, with the assimilators, with the pseudo island bases. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Troy. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Brood War Zerg representing Team Hyper 1 being forced into a tied series. We'll see if he can bring it back. It is 3-point. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the, oh my god, he's doing the same thing. Going for another 13-12. We have the Teal Zerg player, the SC2 Zerg. It is Wayne. Yo, it's going to be a fast series here as we just see 3-point going for the cross scouts. Does go diagonally all the way across the map. He will find that Wayne is not there, and he is going for his own hatch first opener. So this is almost exactly what we saw last time. Now, what is scary about what's happening here is that we have close spawns. We have close spawns here. The rush distance by ground is shorter than that on Sylphid because specifically we have these vertical spawn locations. So this is going to benefit the aggressing player. It is going to benefit Wayne. Does mean that his build is going to hit even faster than on Sylphid. Meanwhile, the Overlords, they do come across each other. They do scout each other. They are aware. Here it is going to be a hatch first. It's going to be a hatch pull. Delayed gases here from 3-point. So slightly earlier pull this time from our red Zerg player, which will benefit. Does scout, does confirm, no expansion. Not yet. And here he comes. Oh, I love the sound of the... What was that? It wasn't even a finishing building. Morphing in Zerglings. Here we go, Lings, they move out. Link speed is on the way once again, so it's a 13-12, no Bailings. No Bailings, just a Link flood here from Wayne. Meanwhile, Macro Hatchery gets thrown down, but Lings, they have arrived. And with that, does nibble here on the natural. We can see 3-1, he's going to have to pull the boys. He has to respond to this, he has to defend. Boys are being pulled, 8 Zerglings are on the way. And does he get a surround? Oh, not quite. Yeah, he cannot surround this. Drones, they take a lot of hits, a lot of damage. 3-point does bypass, heads into the main base. Spineclaw is on the way. Sunken, God, I keep saying that. Sunken Colony. Oh no, it gets surrounded. Forge to be cancelled. Kills 1 drone. 1 drone so far. Oh no! Meanwhile, the boys are pulled, and Wayne is going to be cleaned up. Yeah, he should lose this army. From here, going to be forced out. Link speed does kick in. More Links flooding forward. This time, there is no colony. Yeah, no colony at the natural. Comes in with a surround. Oh, has to respect those drones, though. Yeah, pulls away. Respects the drones, heads into the main, and he's done it. He's done it. Drones, oh, never mind. Oh my god, respect the drones. They fight, they defend. Jesus. Yeah, drones, they hold their own. bleeding out one more worker and another, and barely not another here, but 7 drone kills so far. 7 drones have fallen. But threepoint, he's been droning up this entire time. Like threepoint, he has a solid economy. He defends. 8 drone kills, that's not good enough. It's not good enough here for Wayne. Wayne, he has to keep flooding. And he's running out of steam. He's running out of steam. He's running out of Zerglings. Oh, Wayne, it looks like he almost maybe missed an inject here as well. As he's trying to flood. Takes down one of the drones. Does it into the natural. Still no colony, by the way. This is so greedy from threepoint. He's going to get surrounded. Yeah, he gets surrounded. He's been droning up maybe a little bit too much. He's been making nothing but drones. Oh, no. And with that, he's going to lose almost everything here. 12 more drones go down. So greedy. He had so much time to build a spine crawler. GG gets called. He had so much time to build a sunken colony even. But threepoint, he was overconfident. And Wayne will take a 2-1 lead. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, threepoint, he had an impressive defense. Like, I was shocked to see how well he was holding, how well the drones were fighting against the Zerglings, how well he was able to hold on to his natural. He was defending well, but maybe too well, in the sense that because he was shutting down the Ling Flood so hard, he was being greedy. He was cutting corners. He chose not to get a colony at the natural. He chose to keep droning. That's the other thing. He kept droning. He was not making any more Zerglings. There were only 4 Zerglings at the end of that game to defend because he was just droning up as much as possible. And eventually he was overwhelmed. It looked like he assumed that he had defended well enough that Wayne is going to back off. The Wayne is going to back off and drone, but Wayne, he just doubles down. he just made more Zergling, baby. Believe it or not, more Zergling. And eventually he broke through. And again, threepoint was just overconfident, too greedy. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game number 4. And we'll see if Wayne can close it out. We'll see if threepoint can force the ace match. As we are loading into the largest map in the SC2 map pool, we're loading into Maganatha. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Maganatha, we have the Brood War Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Team Hyper 1. Falling a little bit behind here. We'll see if he can bring it back. We'll see if he can force the ace match. It is a threepoint. And he's doing it again because spawning in the top left hand corner. God damn it. 13-12, same build, 3 games in a row. We have the blue Zerg player. We have the SC2 Zerg. Yeah, just non-stop 13-12s. It is Wayne. Same build, 3 games in a row. We are going for the earlier gases. We're going to be prioritizing gas income into Ling speed, into a Ling flood across the map. Now, what I will say, welcome to Maganatha. Maganatha is the largest map in the SC2 ladder map pool. Longest rushes to my ground. Oh my god, gas first, gas pool opener here at a 3-1. He's had enough. He's had enough to here with the aggression of Wayne. So 13-12 out of Wayne. Meanwhile, this is gas pool. I believe this is 16-16 or 17-16 out of 3-point. This is, I would say, a safer build from our red Zerg player, and he should be able to shut down the aggression of Wayne. Now, whether or not Wayne decides to drone, yet to be determined. Does he drone, or does he just commit after he realized what's been happening? So late hatchery out of 3-point. Late hatchery, early gas, early Ling speed, early Ling production, and early sunken colony as well. Also going to be available. So this aggression from Wayne is going to be less effective. Because of that, we'll see if he does end up droning up behind this. For now, flooding Lings. Flooding Zerglings across the map. We'll see if he can out-control 3-point. There's still potential. True. As you can see here, Zergling speed is already on the way for 3-point. Drone moves out for the macro hatchery. Wayne does scout. He does confirm. He does get eyes on the timing. He knows, yeah, there's already Zerglings. There's already Lings here. You can see already a defense. And Wayne has to make a choice. Tries to engage. Decent control. So far, trading 1-to-1. A 1-to-1 trade. There's a base for Wayne. Nibbling away at the macro hatchery. It does get a bit of concave, but oh god, there's the defender's advantage here for 3 points. More Zerglings will reinforce faster. Link speed about to kick in for Wayne. A little bit faster than his opponent. True. 2 more seconds. 2, 1. It does kick in. Get forced to engage. And he will eventually overwhelm this army. 3-point does back up. More Zerglings on the horizon. Does get surrounded. Nice catch. Again, Zergling speed was like 5 seconds too or later here for 3-point. Was a little bit later. More macro hatcheries. But he should hold. Like, he shouldn't lose any drones. He shouldn't lose any workers here. Wayne does pull out. He races back home. And Wayne, does he drone? Or does he try to go for like a hidden link flood? 2-base layer. 2-base meter. So do see 3-point going into meter play, going to Aspire. Wayne is on a timer. And Wayne, he's hiding his Zerglings. Oh, the queen gets around. Oh my god, gets surrounded. Almost. Does survive. Yeah, Wayne is going to try to catch him out. Behind this, we're just massing up Zerglings. Like, there's no finesse here. It's just Zergling versus Zergling, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And again, 3-1, he has a defensive advantage. 3-point, he has a better economy. He has more larva as well. Yeah, 3-point is all over this. And I don't see a world where Wayne can do anything, really. The only chance that Wayne has is the 3-point drones. But that's not really happening. Not too much. Oof. Nice round here by Wayne, fighting with the queens. Yeah, queens add a lot of DPS. Queens do support. Better fight for Wayne. Again, engaging with his queens. And getting this around. So he has been taking better fights. Behind this, Coney is almost on the way. Oh god. Yeah, Wayne, he cannot break through that. Likewise is being shot down. And this should lead into the ace match. Like, there's no shot. There's no shot Wayne can pull this off. Here comes the Spire. Another Queens. Yeah, Queens get surrounded. Oh, they do tank some shots though. They had a little bit of DPS. Again, given a little bit more time, mutas will be coming into play. And Wayne, he has not droned this entire game. He only got up to 14 workers. And then he made the hatchery. So he's been at 13 drones for quite some time. And we're just waiting for the mutas. Once the mutas reveal themselves, like, it's just going to be GG. It's just going to... I say that. Decent surround setup here from Wayne. Okay. Yeah, does surround. Much better engagement. Esther Wayne. But he cannot break through. That's the problem here. He just cannot break through this wall. He cannot punish the economy. Economy that is good enough. And there it is. Spire is done. We have 2 gases. It's not many mutas, but it's enough. It's enough to gain map control. 3 mutas on the way. Oh. Never pull back in the gas, so never had potential for mutas. Sorry, for banelings. You can argue that maybe like a baneling support could have actually worked wonders here. Could make that argument. But here we go, mutas. They move out. Making their way across. Oh, they just ignore the Zerglings. Yeah, and yeah, mutas are revealed. Wayne, he should not be able to break through this. I say that is a lot of Zerglings. Okay, he's gonna get on top of the hatchery. Hatchery's gonna go down. 3-point, he can't really engage. Ooh. Does what in. Does break through the wall. Takes down all the Zerglings. You just get across the map. Queens, they will defend. No shot. Wait, can he do this? No shot. The mutas, we need them at home to defend, by the way. Drones, they're all going, no shot, they're all going down. The meters, there's 3. Save the drones. Yo, Wayne, he kills 11. Kills 11 workers, and again, the meters across the map were on A move. The queens, I believe they held their own. And that's enough damage. Wayne, he takes a worker lead. Okay. It was greedy of 3-point to move out with the mutas, as in to ignore the army and to just go across the map instead. Because of the queens, like the mutas, they never had a chance. It was only 3 mutas. It was only 3 mutas. So that was a greedy move out of 3 points. I don't think he thought it through. I don't think he respected the queens enough. And now suddenly, Wayne, he's in this game. He shouldn't be. he should not be in there, but he is. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. I mean, this is the SE2 model of the Evo chamber. As Wayne is moving in. Wayne is moving in. Oh. Here, gonna be zoned away. I mean, the muted count is still building up. Like, this is still a big tech lead here for 3-point. He's only down to 13 drones, so the economy here is lackluster, but the mutas might prove too much. In total, there are 6. Okay, 6 mutas against 4 queens, but there are spore crawlers, so Wayne, he should be able to hold on here. Yeah, the boys are pulled. Like, this is getting a little bit chaotic. So who do we favor here? On the one hand, now we can drone. Right now, 3-point can drone. He can drone up, he can saturate. He has map control. True, he has map control. He's containing Wayne on 2 bases, so technically 3-point should be able to fully drone, saturate his natural, saturate his main, and take a 3rd. But by the time he does, because he's so far behind worker-wise, because it will take a long time for that to happen, by the time that happens, Wayne, he should be able to get into either Hydras or his own mutas or his own Spire. Should be Hydras, that would make the most sense. Going into Ling Bane Hydra from the side of Wayne. Just because there'll be no Banelings from his opponent. He could technically go Queen Infestor and go for like Queen Fungal Growth. Like that's, I guess, if you wanted to. 3rd base is on the way, it's a little bit greedy. Mutas are moving out. Mutas are slowly building up over time. See Wayne getting in position. You can see him slowly forking forward here with his spores. As they rotate into the main. There are 2 spores in position. Queens are keeping up. 3rd base being taken. And we're still waiting for the lair. Like that's my big concern here is lack of lair and lack of Hydras. Like if the muta count gets too high, he can dive. I say that he still only has 8, soon to be 10 mutas. Like his economy was so crippled for 3-point. Does spot the expansion. We'll get a couple of shots off. Queens, they're holding their own. We have more queens on the way. Sending back Wayne. Don't send him back. Blackwell's lair finally begins. it's a late lair, but it's on the way. He's getting there. 3-point does take a worker lead. Ooh, this should not have happened. But he does out-drone his opponent. That is on Wayne. Like Wayne, he cut workers. He's been making Zerglings. Wayne's economy is a little bit lackluster here. He has not been droning. He's fling flooding. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, he's setting him for a massive Link Flood instead. I mean, again, these Link Floods are more viable because there's no Banelings defensively back at home, because it's Brutal Zerg. So let's go for a massive Link Flood. This has to get damage done, otherwise Wayne falls behind. He has to get damage. He's going for the expansion, going for the Lings, going for both. Oh, Mewtwo's add a lot of DPS though. Down goes the expansion. And Wayne has to get the hell out of here, has to pull out. 3-point though, he's still on a solid, he's still on a better economy than his opponent. And Wayne's lack of drones, it's killing him. Wayne, he had potential. He was ahead like 3 minutes ago. Not anymore. Like, still here, very undersaturated in the main. Just so few workers. Still on just 1.5 faces. Yeah, and this Mewtwo card has gotten out of hand. We spoke about it, like it's now at what point? That's 21 Mewtwo's. 3-point is secure. He has Mewtwo to defend and Mewtwo to attack as well. Now, the only chance that Wayne has here, like the one big Hail Mary play, is Infestors, right? He's going into Infestors, going into Fungals. Still no hydrogen, still no gases, like still just a very low economy as well. 40 drones. Like, the economy is just so lackluster here for Wayne. Does want to waste the Fungal. Does not want to waste it. 3-point, he rotates. Fungal grazes the army. We do get a chain Fungal here, but not good enough. Yeah, that does feel like a bit of a waste. He does get 2 Mewtwo's. Like, the problem with these Fungals that we just saw, 3 Fungals, they connected, but because of the dead space here, the Queens did no damage. They did no damage, Mewtwo's they get away, and they can just regenerate. They can just regenerate HP. So, yeah, I would say wasted Fungals there from Wayne. Takes a long time to regenerate that energy. Takes a very long time. Yeah, they're not ready. Oh no, there's only one Fungal. There's only one Fungal. Clutch Transfuse. Like, this is where we need the Fungals, and there's only one. So Wayne is in trouble. He needs to buy more time. He needs to buy more time here. Still barely droning. Like, Wayne, he just does not want to drone. What's happening? He's still only on 2 gases, like just a very low gas count, and that means he has no pushing power. Like, he has no way to be active on the map. And 3-point is taking up into a hive. Queen's Nest is done. From here we can go into Guardians, right? Like, Guardians would be the checkmate move. To get the Queen's Nest, Greater Spire, and then Mass Guardian. And Wayne has nothing. Wayne has Link, Queen, and Fester, which is designed to catch an army on creep. But 3-point's just chilling. I say that is threatening to dive on creep. Has to calm down. Massive Link flood here towards the south side. Okay, can Wayne get an expansion? Can he get the expansion here? Can he get the mineral line? Does surround the colonies. Brings them both down. He's got plus on melee. He has okay upgrades. Going for the expansion. Does get it. Does get the base. Doesn't get the mineral line. And this is a backup base anyway. Like, it's fine. Kills a hatchery. Does spend so much lava, so many Zerglings to pull that off. I'm afraid to look. 87. Oof. 87 Zerglings just went down. And now we come in for this round. No, the Infestors! They land a couple of Fungals on Brutal Surround. Yeah, Fungals are wasted. Mewtwo's coming in, and there's not enough anti-air. Like, the Fungal, he lands one. Mewtwo's take it away. Oh, okay, Lings, they do get into the bases. They peel off into the natural. Now into the main. Greater Spire is done. We're gonna see Guardians. We're gonna see the Brood War equivalent of a Brood Lord. Let's go. Okay, again, the Guardian's gonna be the checkmate move here. for 3point. Cleans up all the Zerglings. He will lose the expansion. He will bleed off a couple of drones. But Wayne, he just has barely droned this entire game. He's got 40 workers. Like, he has nothing. He has no economy. He's broke. Show us the Guardians, papi. Gibbs. I'm gambling. It's going to be this flock that turns into the Guardians, right? And not the other one. It's got to be this one. Zerglings not affected. Huh, there it is. Let's go. Ah, we knew. So you have 10 Guardians on the way. The space crabs are coming. Ah. And we have Queen Infestor for anti-air and Spores. True. How many Infestors? We have 5. 5 Infestors, 7 Queens. The Guardians are coming. And again, there is no answer. 3point, he just has a greater economy, has a greater tech, the greater setup. Wayne had potential in this game, but he chose not to drone. Chose never to drone. And here we go. The Guardians are revealed. They move in. Sure, we have a fungal, and we do catch 1 Guardian. Oh, catch 2. But they just kite back. They just use this terrain here to bully the Queens. Queen goes down. We have 5 more Guardians on the way towards the south side. I think just keep pushing in. Oh god. Yeah, they target down the Infestors as well. 1, 2, 3 Infestors going to be going down. Brutal losses. Oh my god. Yeah, brutal damage at the same time. Zerglings, they flood into another expansion. More Guardians have arrived. GG gets called, and 3point. He will type the series. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. GG, well played. We are going to game 5. Let's go. Let us go. As always, we're going the distance. I know what it is between 3point and Wayne, but we are going the distance here. As always, already game 5. Game 5 going to be on Pylon. Let's go. Maybe Defilers with Plague would work. If you're referring to Wayne, remember Wayne was playing SC2 Zerg, so he cannot make Defilers. So, as not available to SC2 Zerg players, all he had to do was drone. All he had to do was drone, then he can go into Hydra, Lingbane Hydra, into Infestors, then into Vipers. But he just chose not to drone. He just chose not to make workers. And he just got outscaled over time. And with that, we're getting into our next game. We're getting into the ace match here, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg. The SC2 Zerg. Oh, interesting. As he gets forced to play SC2, it is a 3point for Team Hyper 1. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brutal Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg going for the 12 pool. It is Wayne. Here we go. But again, in the last game, Wayne had potential, but again, he chose, instead of droning, he was making lings. Instead of droning, he was just making a wave after wave of ling. I'm talking about the mid game, where he was going for these big counterattacks at the 3rd base to kill the 3rd, and it was never worth it. It was never worth it. He never killed drones. He never dealt enough economic damage. He chose just not to saturate and not to take his gases. Remember, he was only on 2 gases that entire game. Only on 2 gases, so he never had the gas to try to get into Hydras or into any other form of tech. Did make that choice. Hello. Yo, we're going for the colony rush. Okay, so 12 full colony rush here out of Wayne. Meanwhile, we do have a late expansion. This is going to be a gas pool opener out of 3point. So 3point, he's going for a very, I would say, safe build. Wayne is going for a 12 pool, a very aggressive build with a colony rush. But remember, late hatchery, late expansion, faster Zerglings. 3point, he's pretty well set up for this. Yeah, oof, drones. Ideally, they wanted to throw down the colonies here on the low ground, but the hatchery is late, so no creep. No creep. Lings are revealed, and Wayne is going to be shut down. He's being shut down here. He's being forced back. He can nibble away here at the expansion. Boys are being pulled. 3point, he should have enough here to hold on. Does pull extra boys. Yeah, the boys are zoning away. Just trying to buy time. Queen is almost out. Queen is on the horizon. Ooh, I say that. Lings, they do almost overwhelm. They get a couple of drones. 2 drones go down. Not a bad fight there for Wayne. And he has 1 drone surviving for the 1 colony. He's got the 1 colony. Ideally, it was meant to be 2, but he's got 1. Oh, does get a couple of drones. 3 drones go down. Colony's on the way. Again, this is the Brood War equivalent of a Spine Rush. And can it finish? It's going to be close. Looks like it will. Yeah, the colony is going to complete, but Zerglings are shut down. And with that, 3-point holds. 3-point, he will hold on. Boys are being pulled. Colony goes down. 3-point still has the drone advantage, and 3-point, he has the economic lead. He's got 2 bases. He's got 13 drones back at home. Wayne, he has nothing. He has 10 workers to his name. He's making more Zerglings. Remember, Wayne, he's adverse to droning, so he's just going to go all in from here. Meanwhile, 3-point is going into a defensive Bailey nest, which is ideal. Bailings will be ideal against a Ling Flood. And now Wayne starts droning. He's down to 9 drones. Soon to be... oh my god. Out to 10. 10 workers here for Wayne. He has a lot of droning to do. And I'm hoping he does drone. I hope he does. So from here, Wayne, he can just start to saturate. This Baneliness, I'm curious to see if 3-point goes and turns this into an all-in. He doesn't have to. Like, he can just use this defensively and just drone. So it's up to 3-point. We'll see if he commits. I still love this Zergling model, by the way. Let's go. So good. I don't know what it is, but these Zerglings just look more threatening. The Brood War Zergling. Behind this, we're gonna be saturating, we're gonna be joining. So it's 3-point. So 3-point is not going for a Bane bust, he's not going for the all-in. We're just calming down from here. Now, based on our tendencies so far in this series, it would make sense for 3-point to go into 2 base mute again. To go, oh, actually, my apologies. I just assumed that 3-point was Brood War. He's not. I mean, I guess can still go into 2 base mute. Meanwhile, I spoke about this, if you recall, on the game. I think it was on I think it was on Vermeer or in Sylphid. But again, because there's no anti-air here for Brood War Zerg, you can just park the Overlord over the base. So you can just see everything. You'll see everything. You can know everything. Zerglings, they try to poke in. Oh no! Oh my god, brutal connections. Bailings, they shut down the aggression. They shut down the Zergling. Does get a queen though. Does get a queen at least. So Wayne gets some value. Still cleaned up. Here comes the lair again. We're leaning towards 2 ace muta here from 3-point. And Wayne, he is now getting his own lair as well. Now, do we go into Spire versus Spire? That'll be an interesting dynamic. A dynamic that I do favor the Brood War Zerg player if Wayne had the economy. Like that's the big problem here, is that the drone count is still very low for Wayne. It's a very low drone count. So it's going to take him longer to get into mutas. I mean, his lair is late as a result. Now, when it comes to Spire versus Spire, if we head in that direction, Scourge is a big factor. Scourge is a big factor, and I would give the edge here to Brood War Zerg in muta versus muta. So that's why we see no mutas, Hydrogen instead. Good call. And remember, we spoke about this when it comes in regards to Wayne last game. We were like, Wayne, if he could just drone and get into Hydras, he'd be okay. He could take a lead. He could take map control. He never did. Meanwhile, 3-point is just droning, getting up to 2 base Hydras, which would be ideal against mutas. So 3-point just taking up, getting further ahead. Jesus, oh god, Wayne, he's killing himself here. Now, because Wayne is throwing down so many spine crawlers, so many sunken colonies, that's why his economy is so low. That's why he's having such a hard time droning and taking gases. He's throwing down even more. Jesus. And this is slowing him down. This means it's going to be less mutas. And 3-point can freely just saturate, can freely just drone up. Basically, Wayne is getting ready for an all-in that isn't coming. Like, there is no all-in. How many colonies? 10. Soon to be 12. 12 colonies. Jesus, crazy. There we go. It does finally cancel, thankfully. Aye, aye, aye. And again, because there are so many colonies, nice round. Nice round. Very nice. Catching out 3 point. But because there are so many colonies, late gases, late drones, late saturation, late mutas, as a result, just late everything. Zerglings, they break out. We can see 3 point, he abandons his third. Lings, they will get us around. Ah, no defensive Bailings. Yeah, no Bailings to defend. 3 point, a little bit too greedy. We'll lose the expansion. Nice Pico 5 Wayne. Very nice. 3 point is still in a better position. Ooh, as bit of miscontrol. Throws away a Bailing. Throw Bailing away. And behind this, we're slowly getting into muta production. We have how many? We have 3, soon to be... Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3, soon to be 6. 6 mutas here for Wayne. Now gonna be 7. And 3 point should just be able to freely drone, freely expand, freely saturate, build up to either Hydra Viper or Hydra Infestor, into lurkers as well. Much more spiky. They are more spiky. They are. They're thick, kind of. I mean, like they're big boys. The bipedal Zerglings. Again, as opposed to the Brutal ones, like I guess did they devolve or evolve? But Brutal Zerglings are on all fours. They're like on the ground. They're like dogs, like doggos. They're hunched over and on the ground. They got that. They got that Carbot Zergling in them. Meanwhile, these guys, like massive raptors, crazy. Or emus, if you will. As 3 point does attempt some Ling harass. Gonna be forced back. Gonna be zoned away. Brutal Zerglings also run on 4, they just stand on 2. No, like they're... Oh my god. They run on 2. Brutal Zerglings, they run on 2 legs. They just have their arms in the air. Like they just don't care. Like the ones that won the Emu War. Exactly. You understand. They're terrifying. And here come the Hydras. We don't even need any tech. Like there's no Infestors, there's no Spellcasters, no Vipers. Again, like 3 point just has had the greater economy for most of this game, and now he's just walking across the map. Now he's walking in, and sure, there's a wall of Spine Claws, but it doesn't matter. We just start step in. We break the natural. Mutas are across the map. Hey, they're killing some drones, that's true, but the main army here is unstoppable. The Hydras that are trying to amass. The last 3 point, he breaks into the main. Boys are being pulled, getting desperate. The Hydras, they go down. We have attempted lurker tech, and lurkers, they can try to hold on with lurkers, true. Here we go, morphing in 4 lurkers. The lunkers are coming. The lunkers. We are pushing in. Oh, my gosh, we have detection though. Yeah, we have detection. We're perfectly fine. And there it is. GG gets called. With that, 3 points will claim the series 3-2, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, Wayne, he did have a decent start here. I say decent start. It was a very intense back and forth in the early game. Wayne had potential to turn it into two-base muter, but as we saw, he overreacted. I say overreacted. He didn't even see what was happening. He was just blindly getting ready a wall of spine crawlers, a wall of sunken colonies when he didn't need it. And that was slowing everything down, slowing down his gases, slowing down his droning, slowing down his economy. And even though he eventually got into two-base muter, it was so delayed, it was so late, he barely had immunes to work with. Again, he was hurting himself by investing so heavily into that wall of spine crawlers. When 3-point wasn't going for an all-in, he wasn't being aggressive at all. 3-point was just droning, just chilling, getting into Hydras. GG. GG, well played. With that 3-point, he will claim the series. He'll advance on into the grand finals. And with that, we are going to be finding out who will face off against him in those finals. Up next, we have a TVP. Up next, Up next, we have a TVP here between Bratok and Prone. Let's go, baby, let's go. But again, congratulations to 3-point. My condolences to Wayne. He did make a series out of it with hyper aggressive builds and hyper aggression in general. Very prone to droning. He just really did not want to drone. Didn't want to, baby, didn't want to.